Books are a shortcut to a reasonably decent script, but not a guarantee. We've had a host of books being made into movies and series, and this has been going for a really long time. With the advent of OTT, this has become even more popular and prolific because that's the quantity with which OTT platforms need to produce. While my read frequency keeps going up and down with all the things that I try to fit in to my day and my life in general. But I've had the fortune of catching a few of these books, and Grishaverse by Leigh Bardugo was one of them, which Netflix made into a series. I've also loved Blake Crouch's sci-fi books, and Dark Matter is one of them, which is right now running on Apple TV. I haven't really watched that till now, but it was a fabulous book, and I'm looking forward to the series. This one that I'm talking about is called A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by HollyJackson. I've already done a review of the trilogy books that HollyJackson wrote, and this is a series adapted for Netflix. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, if I start comparing it to a book, I'm gonna bash it quite a bit because I loved book one. Yes, I became an instant fan as soon as I read book one. I do not think it will be right for me to do this as a like to like comparison, because then it will be unfair to people who haven't read the book and they're just not going to watch. If you haven't read the book, I think it's going to be enjoyable for the most part. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is the story of Pippa Fitz-Amobi, known as Pip lovingly. The story is set in a very small town in UK, and hence the entire vibe is like that. You have a little bit of gloom set over this small town, as well as the fact that the subject matter is a little bit gloomy. It's about the disappearance of a teenage girl, and Pip is looking into it again as part of a school project that she takes up, and you realize through the story that she feels personally responsible to some extent, causing this to happen in some way. The adaptation is a little patchy. The show is just 6 episodes, so the development of characters as well as of story does take a little bit of a beating. What that does is that the characters, some of them especially, feel slightly half-baked. The others are just there for the sake of being there, because you have to have character actors there to establish certain relationships. But overall, the biggest problem that I had with how this was adapted is the fact that a lot of these clues that were supposed to get untangled by Pip as she moves through the case somehow get solved automatically or a little too easily. So the detailing overall on this adaptation is not that great. That's something that I felt very, very strongly about, because once again, apologies, coming back to the book, Pippa's character, her parents' character, the character of Ravi, they were fabulously written by HollyJackson. They were so detailed, so refreshing, and overall I felt that all of these characters, including Pippa's character, is not really adapted as well as it was in the book. I felt there was a lot that got missed. The entire element of fun, the entire element of podcasts, the fact that she was so sharp and intelligent for her age doesn't really get established as well, because she does some stupid things in this series which would be really alarming in real life for sure. I get that Pippa is gutsy and relentless and she's not gonna back down, and all those are great qualities to have, but to approach shady characters, drug dealers in the dark of night alone is not really something that you should be doing, especially because you feel that there is something wrong in this case and someone might have hidden some facts and they have gone to the extent of killing somebody. So not really the most logical thing to do. I get that logic is not the most favored thing in a lot of these fictional environments, but there was all of this available in the book, and I felt that it was cut short for whatever reason. The highlight of the series is Emma Myers and her portrayal of Pippa. She is fantastic. She is almost flawless as Pippa, the one that was written for her for this show. She is so good to watch. She is such a treat, and the entire 6-episode series is on her shoulders, and she does not back down from the challenge. I guess in a way there is an upside to a conveniently written murder mystery, that it becomes binge worthy for sure, because things continue to happen in every episode, and hence every episode you feel like something else is getting revealed and you want to continue to move on. The overall feel is very, very breezy, and Emma Myers' portrayal is fantastic, so you do want to go on and you start feeling for Emma for sure. You really want to see where this is going and how she's gonna break this case. Episode 5 and episode 6 are to really look forward to from the mystery unraveling standpoint for sure. Overall, I'd say that as somebody who's read the book, I've not been a fan of the series. It was still a decent watch. I didn't hate it. It was reasonable. For people who haven't read the book, I think you're gonna enjoy it more or less. If you're looking for something light, breezy in murder mystery genre, there aren't too many, that because it's either a little too grim and too boring, or a little too flimsy. Some people, it's definitely gonna be worth watching, and it'll work. It'll be right in the zone for them. So if you like something breezy, a little bit of mystery, good character, and a slightly gloomy setting with nice British accents, go for Good Girls Guide to Murder. Let me know if you thought differently. Happy to chat. If you liked something that I didn't, or if you spotted something that I didn't, would be good to know.